I'm a flight attendant. My husband just boarded my plane with a baby. We don't have kids. I've been with my husband for 5 years. We don't have kids. I wasn't even supposed to be working this flight. A coworker was begging me to cover for her because she was sick. I figured why not? Easy money. I didn't even bother telling my husband. He was already at work by the time I got the call, and he's always told me not to contact him while he's on the clock. So when I saw him walk through that plane door, I thought I was losing my mind. I blinked. I looked again. It was him, my husband, holding an infant against his chest like it was the most natural thing in the world, like he'd done this 1,000 times. There was a woman beside him, young, tired-looking, carrying a diaper bag over her shoulder. He didn't see me at first. I stepped back behind the galley curtain before he could. My hands were shaking. My heart was pounding so loud I could hear it in my ears. Why is my husband boarding a plane to California with a baby? I stood in that galley for what felt like an eternity. My mind was spinning. Part of me wanted to march down that aisle and demand answers right there in front of everyone, but I didn't. Something told me to wait and watch. I peeked through the curtain. He was settling into a seat near the back. The woman sat beside him, the baby now in her lap. He was whispering something to her. She nodded but didn't smile. She looked tense, nervous. She wouldn't look at him directly. I tried to focus on my job, greeting passengers, checking overhead bins, but my eyes kept drifting back to row 24. Then he saw me. I watched his face change in real time. The color drained out of him. His jaw tightened. He whispered something to the woman, then unbuckled his seatbelt and moved toward me. He pulled me into the galley, his hand gripping my arm a little too tight. "Baby, listen to me," he whispered. "I know how this looks, but it's not what you think." I didn't even say anything to him yet. I just stared at him. She's a coworker. She's in a really bad situation. Her ex is dangerous. I'm just helping her get the baby to her mom's house in California. That's it. I didn't tell you because I knew you'd worry. I knew it would look bad. His eyes were bleeding. His voice was soft. The same voice he uses when he wants me to forgive him for something. "Please, you have to trust me." I wanted to believe him. I wanted to so badly, but something wasn't right. The way she wouldn't look at him. The way he was so close with somebody else's baby. I nodded slowly. "Okay," I said. "I trust you." He exhaled, kissed my forehead, went back to his seat. I waited. I smiled at the passengers. I handed out pretzels. I watched. Halfway through the flight, he got up to use the bathroom. I moved fast. I walked straight to row 24 and looked at the woman in her eyes. She looked terrified. "Hi," I said quietly. "I'm his wife." Her face went pale. "I'm not here to cause a scene. I just need to know the truth." I pulled a napkin from my apron and wrote down my phone number. I pressed it into her hand. "If there's something I should know, something you think he won't tell me, please call me." She looked at the napkin, then at me. Her eyes were wet. She didn't say a word, but she held onto that napkin like her life depended on it. I stood up and smiled at my husband as he walked back to his seat. The flight landed without incident. My husband caught the next flight back home while I had to wait for my assigned return the next morning. After settling in the hotel, my phone rang. It was her. Her voice was shaking when she asked if I meant what I said, if I really wanted the truth. I told her yes. She went quiet for a long time before she told me everything. She said he didn't help her from a bad situation from her ex. My husband hurt her. It happened at an office party a year ago. He ripped her. And 2 months later, when she told him she was pregnant, he didn't say anything. He just offered her money. Monthly payments in exchange for her silence and her distance. He told her if she ever came near his real life, he'd make sure no one believed her. The flight today wasn't a favor. My husband was relocating her, making sure no one would find out about the child he abandoned. I sat on the edge of that hotel bed and didn't say a word. She was still talking, but I couldn't hear anything anymore. When I came home, I didn't come home alone. She stood beside me holding the baby. 2 police officers stood right behind us as he opened the door.